Hey, this is Erica from Ever Educating, and it's time for my Q3 recap. My other quarter recaps for the year will be linked below. On the whole, I have 10 goals that I want to work on this year, and today I'm just going to kind of, again, go through how that matches with what I accomplished during Q3. So I'm looking at my iPad over here just to remind myself. So the first ones are tied to like more of a social aspect. So I wanted to meet new people. I would say, I have been going to some online and some in-person events tied to my writing, but not as much as I, want to be. I did join a book club at my library, and I've gone to 2 of the meetings so far, so that's been nice. But I do want to work more on this in Q4 as well. But still, some progress with this particular goal. I also want to start a garden this year, and my herb garden is still there. I've lost a few herbs, but my basil is still doing really well, as is my rosemary and my chives. So on the whole, I am making progress towards this goal as well. I finally got some seeds I planted to flower, which was taking me a while to accomplish, but they are there now, so that's great too. So again, progress during this quarter, keeping them alive, keeping them growing. Now the ones tied to my writing, a major one is I had the goal of querying at least 50 agents looking for representation for my writing. I've passed that by now, and I'm still querying. I sent one out this morning actually. And so I'm waiting to hear on a mentorship that, fingers crossed, I'm hoping that I will receive. I'm a finalist at the moment, so I'll find that out pretty soon. But in that case, it is progress because I have been querying more. I have about like 10 out currently, and I've been drafting and revising my picture books. My middle grade novel drafting has slowed down quite a bit. I was hoping to make it part of my habits in the morning that I mentioned in my video about my new morning routine. I haven't been able to accomplish that. I think I'm still not used to having to wake up so early because I had moved up my time to wake up in order to add that in to my morning routine, and it has not worked out. So potentially next month I might try this again, but that again, I was making some progress early in Q3, but then by the end of it, I haven't written it in a few weeks now. But I would say making progress towards these writing goals because again, I'm still querying, I'm still writing, I'm still drafting, revising, and also, like I said, attending events tied to my writing and applying to things like this mentorship. So fingers crossed that will be good news once I hit my Q4 recap. And then the ones tied to Ever Educating, I think I did one live stream during Q3 at the beginning of the semester, but that's about it. I haven't been receiving a lot of questions on my live stream form. If it's something that you have a question about teaching or instructional design or having a YouTube channel, I will link that below in case you want to ask me questions that I would answer on a live stream. But I would say Ever Educating, I've been keeping up with the weekly videos, so that's good. I have not been blogging, that's gone by the wayside. And again, not too many live streams, but when the situation calls for it, I have done them. And so on the whole, okay. I think the strongest of these kind of 3 sections of my goals has been the writing section. But again, my garden's thriving, I am meeting people, and I am at least creating these videos every week. So I would say, the big thing of Q3 was doing my own version of 75 Soft. And that was interesting because it really pushed me to achieve certain goals every day, like walking for 45 minutes or exercising for 45 minutes every day, drinking a certain amount of water, going to bed by a certain time, like all those things, which, I accomplished quite well. But since then, I think having to have that challenge, like do this every single day, once it ended, I kind of fell off and still did some things, but I actually did like worse than when I started in some ways. Like I haven't exercised as much this past week as I have been doing like the rest of the year after this challenge. So I think I kind of learned the lesson of, having so many elements of a challenge at once and having like a long time period, 75 days, is potentially not for me because then once it ends, I'm like freedom, and I start doing things that aren't the best habits for me to have. So I think going back to that slow and steady is my best bet going forward. So on the whole, it's been a good quarter, and we'll see what the last quarter brings. If you want to share your own progress on your goals in the comments below, I'd love to hear them and cheer you on. Click like if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe if you haven't. My channel is usually about teaching advice and edtech tutorials. I've expanded it more recently to be more generally about living that healthier, happier lifestyle as an academic or in an alt-ac career. So I'll see you next time with a new video.